The 10 starters for tonight's first race, first half of the early daily double, are on the racetrack. This is also the first elimination for the Sarah Myers stake. The top 4 finishers in this first race will return along with the top 4 finishers in the second race to compete in tonight's 5th race. As they parade postward, here's your field. Number 1, Doo-Wop Willoughby and driver Danny Trent. Number 2 is Society King and driver Mike Cox. Number 3 is Robot Jocks with Dan Poprowski driving. Number 4 is Go Sailin' and Scott Robbins. Number 5 is Broadway Challenge with Randall Finn in the bike. Number 6 is Light of the Moon and Andy Miller. Number 7, One for the Money and driver Homer Hochstetler. Number 8, Bo Jima and Fred Finn Jr. Number 9 is Pirate Skip with driver Dave Maxwell. And number 10 is SK Aggravator and driver Doug Hamilton. A field of 10 going postward in the first race. And just a reminder, number 10, SK Aggravator, will start from the second tier. There's perfecta and superfecta wagering on this first race. It's the first half of tonight's early daily double. They'll reach the post in 7 minutes. They're off and pacing from the center of the racetrack. Broadway Challenge driving out. Off stride at the start was Society King. Society King off stride. As they move into the first turn, it's Go Sailin' hustled out for the early lead. Robot Jocks is second. Now Broadway Challenge will back off and take the hole in third. Racing in fourth is Light of the Moon. Then it's Doo-Wop Willoughby pacing in fifth. And on the move on the outside sixth, that's SK Aggravator. The 10 starters for tonight's first elimination of the Sarah Myers stake move by the opening quarter in 28 4/5. It's Go Sailin' on top by 2. Robot Jocks is second. Here comes SK Aggravator up on the outside third. Broadway Challenge is fourth. Now Light of the Moon has cover in fifth. Racing up on the outside sixth is One for the Money. Doo-Wop Willoughby shuffled seventh. Then it's Bo Jima pacing in eighth. Pirate Skip is ninth, and the trailer after that early break, Society King. A field of 10 2-year-olds as they move around the clubhouse turn, and SK Aggravator has swept into the lead as they pass the half, 58-3. Onto the backstretch they go. SK Aggravator shows the way by 2. It is Go Sailin' pacing along in second. Racing third on the outside, Light of the Moon. Now 3 wide in fourth. There goes Robot Jocks on a roll. Down on the inside, Broadway Challenge is fifth. Moving up on the outside in the sixth is One for the Money. The field is well bunched as they move into the upper turn. SK Aggravator at tight length. Down on the inside, Go Sailin' will need racing room in second. Light of the Moon on the outside third. Now Robot Jocks is looking to tuck back in toward the inside fourth. 3/4 in 1:27-1. They're around the turn and into the stretch. It's SK Aggravator showing the way by 2. Now Go Sailin' back along the inside second. Through the stretch, SK Aggravator leads it by 2. Light of the Moon coming on again on the outside second. Go Sailin' just begging for racing room at the rail. Through the stretch, it's Light of the Moon on the outside. Go Sailin' finds racing room coming on. Going to be tight to the wire. Light of the Moon may have gotten it. Go Sailin' was right there. SK Aggravator was third. Returning to the winner's circle is number 6, Light of the Moon. Light of the Moon is a 2-year-old colt by Moonrock out of the oil burner mare Chorus Cutie. Owned by Brittany Farms, trained by Tex Moats, and driven to victory tonight. They're off and pacing down along the inside. Ross the Hoss driving out for the lead. Broadway Blackjack also came away well. Up in the center of the racetrack, here comes Dancer's Idol. Into that first turn they go, and Broadway Blackjack is sent out after the top. He leads at 1.5 lengths. Ross the Hoss is second. Dancer's Idol will back it down to tuck in third. Moving up on the outside fourth, that's Park Lane's Choice. Vance Romance came away fifth. Racing in sixth is Prince Hatteras as the field moves into the stretch for the first time. An opening quarter in 28 seconds flat. It's Broadway Blackjack on top by 2. Park Lane's Choice up on the outside to be second. Ross the Hoss down at the rail third. Then it is Dancer's Idol in fourth. Racing fifth is Vance Romance, and sixth, Prince Hatteras. Racing seventh, but on the move is the famous Clown, and eighth, Buck 280. Racing ninth is Mop 'em Up, in the trailer, Lake Hills Carl. A field of 10 2-year-olds in the second elimination of the Sarah Myers wind their way around the clubhouse turn. They pass the half, 57-3. On to the backstretch. Broadway Blackjack leads them there by 2. Ross the Hoss is second. Now Dancer's Idol up on the outside to be third. Vance Romance getting a second over trip into fourth. Park Lane's Choice is losing ground at the rail in fifth. Moving up on the outside sixth is a Famous Clown. Racing seventh is Prince Hatteras, and he's on the move. They drive into the upper turn. It's Broadway Blackjack showing the way by 2 as they pass 3/4 in 1:25-3. A 28-second third quarter. That's Broadway Blackjack up top by 2. Dancer's Idol, that is, moves up on the outside second. Ross the Hoss at the rail third. They turn for home. Broadway Blackjack sprints clear by 3. Here comes Dancer's Idol up on the outside second. Ross the Hoss at the rail third. Through the stretch, Broadway Blackjack drawing away by 4. Dancer's Idol second. Vance Romance third, but coming down to the wire. Broadway Blackjack from start to finish by 3. Dancer's Idol second. Very close for third. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? This time of 1:55-3 is a new track record for a 2-year-old pacing colt on the 5/8 mile track. A new track record established by number 3, Broadway Blackjack. In the photograph, number 5, the Famous Clown, finished third. Number 4, Vance Romance, was fourth. Moving into the winner's circle is number 3, Broadway Blackjack. Broadway Blackjack is a 2-year-old son of Broadway Express out of the Flying Brett mare Jacqueline Ann, owned by David Robertson and Robert Barney, trained by David Robertson, driven to victory tonight by Dale Heitman. Broadway Blackjack paced the mile in a new track record of 1:55-3. Tonight's early daily double combination of 6 and 3 returns $21.40. $21.40 on the early double 6-3. The second race Perfecta 3-7 returns $22.10. $22.10 on the Perfecta 3-7. Here's the rundown from tonight's second race. Nearing the start. They're off in pacing. Driving out quickly in the center of the racetrack is Darren Devil. From the inside, Gold Star Sandstorm came away well. Driving from between horses, Right Note. 3 across the racetrack into the first turn, and now Gold Star Sandstorm asserts himself to get the early lead by a length. Right Note is on the outside in second. Down on the inside, Fox Valley Wovebug pacing in third. Racing fourth is Darren Devil. Hustling up on the outside fifth is Colonel Could. Down to the inside sixth, that is Obi-Wan Kenobi. Racing in seventh, Rorty's Champ. The trailers Brave Comanche and Lake Hills Dan. 1:30 seconds flat, and as they move under the finish wire for the first time, 3 wide, Tom Tetrick has sent Colonel Could to the top. Colonel Could shows the way by 2. Right Note is second. Gold Star Sandstorm is third. Then it's Fox Valley Wovebug on the move out of fourth. Darren Devil paces fifth. Lake Hills Dan on the move sixth. Racing seventh along the inside is Brave Comanche. Rorty's Champ is eighth, and the trailer Obi-Wan Kenobi. As the field moves past the half, 59-2. On to the backstretch. Colonel Could has opened up 2.5 lengths. Now here comes Fox Valley Wovebug to challenge second. Right Note down at the rail is third. Gold Star Sandstorm is underway quickly in fourth. Moving up on the outside fifth is Lake Hills Dan. Darren Devil shuffled sixth. The field a bit strung out now as they head into the far turn, and it is Fox Valley Wovebug up to lead at 3/4 of a length. Gold Star Sandstorm on the outside to challenge second. Then it is Colonel Could down at the rail third. Lake Hills Dan a second over trip fourth. 3/4 in 1:28-2, and they're midway around the final turn. Fox Valley Wovebug by 2. Gold Star Sandstorm trying to come on the outside second. They turn for home, and Fox Valley Wovebug quickly opens up 2 lengths. Colonel Could is second. Gold Star Sandstorm is third. Down on the inside, Right Note is fourth. Through the stretch on the outside, Colonel Could is moving best of all, and Colonel Could is going to take it. He draws clear to win it by 3 at the wire. Fox Valley Wovebug second. Gold Star Sandstorm third. Colonel Could is a 3-year-old son of Nero out of the Flying Brett mare, option to buy, owned by Tom and Mary Alice Tetrick, trained and driven to victory tonight by Tom Tetrick. Colonel Could paced a mile in 1:58.3 to establish a new life mark. Here's the rundown from tonight's third race, top down. Nearing the start. They're often pacing. Driving out quickly in the center of the racetrack is Buddy Walton. Winging up from the outside, there goes Stormulator, and from the inside, Pat Dell came away well. Into the first turn they go, and Stormulator's up to put a neck in front. Buddy Walton holds the rail second. Then it's Pat Dell pacing in third. Gap of 4 lengths back to Trillalad in fourth. The Bridge is pacing in fifth. Racing sixth is Brooklets Riggs. Then it's Shall's Dancer in seventh. Racing eighth is B Boomer. And the trailer is Sabotager as they move past an opening quarter in 28 seconds. Move by the grandstands from the first time. Stormulator's up to get the lead by 2. Buddy Walton is second. Then it's Pat Dell pacing third, a gap of 3 lengths to Trillalad in fourth. The Bridge is fifth. Racing sixth is Brooklets Riggs. Then it's a gap of 5 lengths back to B Boomer in seventh. Racing eighth is Sabotager. The trailer now is Shall's Dancer as the field winds around the clubhouse turn. Stormulator takes them over to the half on top by 2 lengths. The half was in 57-4. On to the backstretch they go. Stormulator ahead in front. Now Buddy Walton's driving second. Pat Dell is third, a gap of 4 lengths. Now to the Bridge, who's underway on the outside fourth. Trillalad losing ground at the rail in fifth. Coming on to be sixth is Brooklets Riggs. Racing up seventh on the outside goes B Boomer. Racing in eighth now is Shall's Dancer, and the trailer is Sabotager as the field moves into the upper turn. They head for the 3/4, and it's Buddy Walton on the outside to get the lead. 3/4, 1:26.4, and now Buddy Walton draws clear by 2. Pat Dell is racing second. Coming on to the outside third is the Bridge. Brooklets Riggs, 4 wide around the turn, comes on fourth. They turn for home, and Buddy Walton has the lead by 2. Pat Dell out of the pocket second. The Bridge is racing third. Now coming on and diving to the inside fourth, here comes Sabotager. Through the stretch, Buddy Walton on a short lead. Between horses, Pat Dell coming on. Far outside, the Bridge and Sabotager. Coming down to the wire now, it is going to be Buddy Walton hanging on. Very close for second. Brooklets Riggs maybe over the Bridge. Returning to the winner's circle is number 4, Buddy Walton. Buddy Walton is a 2-year-old son of Walton Hanover out of the by and large mare, Jocular By. Fred Stewart and Diana Beasley own this 2-year-old gelding. Doug Beasley trains, and Dave Maxwell does the driving. Buddy Walton paced a mile in 1:58 to establish a new life mark. Nearing the start. Two-year-old pacing colts are off in tonight's Sarah Myers stake. And driving out for the early lead, there goes Go Sailin' on the inside. Broadway Blackjack holding the rail. Then it's Light of the Moon settling in third. Into the first turn they go. Broadway Blackjack takes advantage of that rail starting spot, and he leads it by 2. Go Sailin' content to tuck in second. A 2-length gap back to Light of the Moon in third. Racing fourth is Dancer's Idol. In fifth, the Famous Clown, a gap of 6 lengths back to SK Aggravator in sixth. The trailer now is 1 for the money. The field of 7 into the stretch the first time, passing a quarter in 28-1. Broadway Blackjack, a new track record holder from tonight's second race. He's on top by 2 lengths. It is Go Sailin' content to take the 2-hole trip in second. Light of the Moon pacing strongly in third. A gap of 2 lengths to Dancer's Idol in fourth. Then it's the Famous Clown fifth. Now a gap of 4 lengths to SK Aggravator in sixth. The trailer's still 1 for the money. They've slowed it down a bit as they pass the half in 59 seconds. Broadway Blackjack with a breather in that second quarter. And Dale Heitman has his 2-year-old colt on the front by 2 lengths. Broadway Blackjack leads the way up the backstretch by 2. Now here comes Dancer's Idol up on the outside to be second. Racing in third on the inside, Go Sailin'. Now following cover into fourth comes the Famous Clown. Light of the Moon is shuffled in 5th, on the move 6th, 1 for the money. SK Aggravator is the trailer as the field moves into the upper turn. Broadway Blackjack takes them past 3/4 in 1:27.2. And Broadway Blackjack looks strong on the front, 3 parts of a length. Dancer's Idol moves up to have a go at him 2nd. Then it is Go Sailin' 3rd. 2-year-old Colts turn for home. Broadway Blackjack leads it by 2. Dancer's Idol up on the outside 2nd. Go Sailin' looking for racing room at the rail. Through the stretch, Broadway Blackjack is drawing clear by 2. Moving up on the outside 2nd is Light of the Moon, but it's going to be Broadway Blackjack to win it 1.5 lengths. Light of the Moon 2nd. Dancer's Idol 3rd. Broadway Blackjack captures the Sarah Myers stake at Balmoral. Now moving into the winner's circle is Broadway Blackjack. This 2-year-old son of Broadway Express, out of the Flying Brett mare Jacqueline And, is owned by David Robertson and Robert Barney. Trained by David Robertson, driven to victory tonight by Dale Heitman. Broadway Blackjack paced the mile in 1:56.1. In the winner's circle, general manager here at Balmoral Park, Dan Nemeth, to present the winning plaque. They're often pacing, driving out from the outside. There goes Golden Ribbon away quickly. Down at the rail, Clar's Hope. Also winging up on the outside goes Gamblin' Partner. Into the first turn they go, and Golden Ribbon has the lead 3 parts of a length. Now Gamblin' Partner is racing 2nd. Down at the rail, Clar's Hope is 3rd. She'll Be Precious alertly will tuck in 4th. Then it's a gap of 2 lanes back to Bourbon Street Susie in 5th. Racing on the outside 6th is Sudden Flow. Down on the inside 7th, Noteworthy Sue. And the trailer's Finale's Finest and J.E.'s Annie. They pass the quarter in 29.2. Move through the stretch for the first time. Gamblin' Partner leads it by 2. Golden Ribbon in 2nd. Here comes She'll Be Precious moving up on the outside 3rd. Clar's Hope is 4th. And it's Sudden Flow on the move with cover 5th. Bourbon Street Susie shuffled 6th. J.E.'s Annie is on the move 7th. Then it's Noteworthy Sue and Finale's Finest as they drive around the clubhouse turn. Up on the outside, there goes She'll Be Precious with a rush. She'll Be Precious gets the lead as they pass the half. 59 2/5. Curve on to the back stretch. She'll Be Precious opens up 3 lengths. Now Sudden Flow comes on to be 2nd. Gamblin' Partner dropping back at the rail 3rd. On the outside, Clar's Hope gains in 4th. Golden Ribbon is pacing 5th. Up on the outside to be 6th is J.E.'s Annie. At the rail 7th, Bourbon Street Susie. Racing 8th is Finale's Finest. Noteworthy Sue can see them all as they move into the upper turn. She'll Be Precious leads it by 2. 3/4 in 1:27.4. Midway around the final turn, She'll Be Precious by 2. Racing 2nd is Sudden Flow. Clar's Hope is on the move 3rd. They turn for home, and She'll Be Precious leads it by 3. Racing 2nd is Sudden Flow. Then Clar's Hope racing 3rd. Coming on to be 4th, Finale's Finest. Through the stretch, She'll Be Precious under mild urging leads it by 2. Sudden Flow is 2nd, Clar's Hope 3rd. But She'll Be Precious is much too strong tonight. She'll Be Precious wins it by 2. Sudden Flow 2nd, Clar's Hope 3rd. Number 7, She'll Be Precious. She'll Be Precious is a 5-year-old mare by Shieldbat Rainbow out of the Flying Brett mare Pretty Prompt. Owned, trained, and driven to victory tonight by B. Farber Erdman. She'll Be Precious paced the mile in 1:58 flat. There are no changes in the upcoming 7th race. Perfecta Trifecta wagering on the 7th race. A field of 9 will go postward in 16 minutes at 9:59. And now it's out to Maywood.
This race, this is the first half of a $1 twin trifecta.
They're often pacing, driving out from the center of the racetrack. Reina Diablo, T.A. Michael, and Missing Detail. Into that first turn they go. T.A. Michael now grabs the early lead as Reina Diablo is 2nd on the outside. Missing Detail is 3rd. They've opened up 4 lanes back to Fire the Cannon in 4th. Mr. Chi-Town is pacing 5th, and it's Leave 'em Barefoot 6th. Frantic Franzi is 7th, Goose on Fire 8th, and Kevin's Goal, your trailer, as the field moves past an opening quarter, 28-1. And Reina Diablo, as is his custom, has now made the front and leads it by 2. T.A. Michael is second. Missing Detail is third, a gap of 2 lengths to Fire the Cannon fourth. And it's a gap of 4 lengths to Mr. Chi-Town pacing fifth. Frantic Frenzy is on the move to the outside sixth. Goose on Fire pacing on the outside seventh. Leave him Barefooted shuffled eighth. The trailer's still Kevin's Goal, but he's on the move as the field moves around the clubhouse turn. They roll over to the half, and Reina Diablo takes them past that juncture in 58-3. Curve on to the back stretch. It's Reina Diablo showing the way a length. Here comes Missing Detail up on the outside to challenge second. T.A. Michael at the rail is third, moving up a strong fourth with cover. There goes Frantic Frenzy. Fire the Cannon is shuffled fifth. On the outside sixth, that's Goose on Fire. Mr. Chi-Town back to seventh. On the move eighth, Kevin's Goal and the trailer leave them barefooted, but it's a well-bunched field as they move into the upper turn. Reina Diablo has the top a length. They pass 3/4, 1:27-3. It's Reina Diablo a half length. Missing Detail on the outside second. Then it is Frantic Frenzy third. They turn for home, and Reina Diablo has the lead a length. It's Missing Detail on the outside second, 3 deep. Here comes Frantic Frenzy with a rush through the stretch. Frantic Frenzy moving quickly on the outside to get the lead a length. Now coming through on the inside, there's T.A. Michael. A late move by Kevin's Goal. Coming down to the wire, though, Frantic Frenzy is drawing clear. Frantic Frenzy wins it by 2. Close for second, T.A. Michael maybe over Fire the Cannon. And returning to the winner's circle, number 7, Frantic Frenzy. Frantic Frenzy is a 6-year-old son of Ricky's Tross, out of the Most Happy Fellow mare, Francesca A. Owned by Robert and Lauren Hoffman, David Bobelik, and Jeffrey Picklin. Trained by Mark Uricki. Driven to victory tonight by Dave Maxwell. Frantic Frenzy paced a mile in 1:57-2. In the photograph, number 4, T.A. Michael was second. Number 1, Fire the Cannon third. 741, $3,740.20. 3,000. They're off in pacing. That Sportsman out quickly in the center of the racetrack. Driving up from the outside, Gabriel Hill. Also, Richard Lamont came away well. Into that first turn they go. And it is Sportsman with the early lead, but now Gabriel Hill's moving up on the outside, and Gabriel Hill will go on with it to get the early lead. Sportsman is back to second. Pacing in third there is Richard Lomont. Then it's a gap of 5 lengths to McDuke Hanover. Racing fifth is El Supremo. Racing in sixth along the inside is Nutty Irishman. In seventh is Recognized, and Sackham is the trailer as the field moves by an opening quarter in 28 seconds. Gabriel Hill showing the way by 2. Sportsman is sitting second. Then it's Richard Lomont racing third. A gap of 3 lengths to McDuke Hanover in fourth. A gap of another 2 lengths to El Supremo fifth. On the move to the outside sixth comes Recognized. Down on the inside seventh is Nutty Irishman. The trailer is Sackham as they move past the half. 57 2/5. On to the back stretch they go. Gabriel Hill leads at a length. Here comes Richard Lomont to challenge on the outside second. Sportsman is back to third at the rail. Moving up on the outside fourth is McDuke Hanover. On the move to the outside in fifth comes El Supremo. Nutty Irishman content to save ground at the rail sixth. They move into the upper turn. Richard Lomont now moves up to get the lead by 2 lengths. Gabriel Hill is a tiring second. Now Sportsman moves off the rail third. 3/4 in 125 flat. They move midway around the turn, and Richard Lomont opens up 2 lengths. Sportsman is second. Gabriel Hill still there at the rail third. They turn for home. It's Richard Lomont by 2. Gabriel Hill second. Sportsman is third. McDuke Hanover fourth. Through the stretch, it's Richard Lomont making his return, a winning one. He's drawn clear by 5. McDuke Hanover with a late move for second. But it's all Richard Lomont winning by 5. McDuke Hanover second. Sportsman third. Time for the mile, 1:53-3. Turning to the winner's circle, now a co-holder of the overall track record here at Balmoral, number 4, Richard Lomont. Richard Lomont is a 7-year-old by safe arrival out of the windshield wiper mare Lamont Fanfare, owned by Grace and Bobby Mars, trained by Tim Earp, driven to victory tonight by Ernie Adam. Richard Lomont paced the mile, 1:53 and 3. Late daily double, a field of 9 going postward in 17 minutes at 10:45. Now it's out to Maywood.
Ladies and gentlemen, horses are on the track for the 8th race.
Nearing the start. They're off in pacing. Off stride in the center of the track was Jano King. Jano King was off stride at the start. Into the first turn they go, and from the outside, Mucho Lido moving quickly to get the early lead. Mantino Finale is second, then it's Big League Bandit third. Sports Center hustles up on the outside to be fourth. Racing fifth at the rail, Mr. Finale. Coming on the outside, sixth is Casino Team. My Biscuits Are Burning is seventh. Racing in eighth is Hansel Star. In the trailer, Jano King. Some confusion in that turn. The field moves by an opening quarter in 29 and 1. And on the front end, Mucho Lido leads at a length. Now here comes Sports Center hustling up second. And Hamilton's urging Sports Center to the front. They now lead at a length. Mucho Lido is back to second. Mantino Finale third. Here comes Casino Team hustling up fourth. Racing fifth at the rail is Big League Bandit. In sixth with cover now goes My Biscuits Are Burning. Then it's a long gap. Back to Mr. Finale on the rail in seventh. Racing in eighth is Mucho Lido, and the trailer is Big League Bandit. They move past the half, 58 and 2, onto the backstretch. Sports Center leads at a half length. On the outside now, Casino Team continues to advance in second. Mucho Lido is third, moving up with cover in fourth. There goes My Biscuits Are Burning down at the rail. Mantino Finale is fifth. Now Big League Bandit is on the move from sixth. Then it's a long gap back to Jano King. Field moves into the upper turn. They pass 3/4 in 127 flat. And from the outside, now here comes Casino Team to put ahead in front. Sports Center tries to hold them off second. Mucho Lido swings to the outside third. They turn for home, and Casino Team leads it by 2. Sports Center is second. Mucho Lido coming on third. Mantino Finale fourth. Through the stretch, Casino Team a length. Mucho Lido trying to come on second. Mantino Finale between horses. Coming down to the wire, Casino Team in a short lead. One last try from Mucho Lido. Very close. It looks like Casino Team may have held on, though. Returning to the winner's circle with his 5th straight victory, undefeated in 5 career starts, is number 8, Casino Team. Casino Team is a 3-year-old gelding by Casino Gambler out of the Artie's Dream Mare Dream Team, owned by L&B Stables of Tinley Park, Illinois, trained by Charlie Gates, driven to victory tonight by Wayne Moore. Casino Team paced a mile in 1:56 and 2. They're nearing the start. They're off in pacing. That's Little Nun being urged away from the gate very quickly. Vonaloo drives out from the center of the racetrack, and winging up on the outside goes a Low Cholesterol. Into the first turn, it's Vonaloo up to get the early lead. Little Nun will tuck in second. Then it's Anxious Moment down at the rail third. Low Cholesterol looking for a hole fourth. Nice Buns is pacing in fifth. Merry Mermaid is sixth. Sunbelle Jazzy came away seventh, and it's a gap of 3 lengths to Dark Mistress. And Nevitz Jolly is the trailer. The quarter in 29 and 2. They move by the grandstands the first time, and it's Vonaloo up top a length and a half. Little Nun is content to race second. Anxious Moment 2 lengths back in third. Low Cholesterol is fourth. Now Nice Buns is underway from fifth. Merry Mermaid will follow the cover in sixth. Then it's Sunbelle Jazzy in seventh. Racing eighth is Dark Mistress. Nevitz Jolly is still your trailer as the field moves for the half-mile mark. And Vonaloo has opened up 3 lengths. Now Little Nun is second. They pass the half, 1 minute and 3/5. On to the back stretch they go, and it's Vonaloo a half length. Little Nun moves up to challenge in second. Anxious Moment is third. Low Cholesterol is 4 lengths back and fourth. On the outside, Nice Buns trying to advance fifth. Racing sixth is Merry Mermaid, and seventh is Sunbelle Jazzy. Dark Mistress is on the move to the outside in eighth, and Nevich Jolly is your trailer as the field rolls into the upper turn. It is still Vonaloo up top a half length. They passed 3/4 in 1:30 2. Midway around the final turn now, Vonaloo is drawn clear to lead it by 2. Anxious Moment back at the rails second. Little Nun on the outside third. Racing fourth to the inside, Nice Buns. Fillies and Mares turn for home, and Vonaloo sprints clear by 2. Anxious Moment is second. Nice Buns comes through on the inside third. Racing fourth, Little Nun. Through the stretch, Vonaloo leads by 2. Anxious Moment second. Nice Buns third. Center of the racetrack, Sunbelle Jazzy is flying. Coming down to the wire, Vonaloo on the inside, Sunbelle Jazzy the outside. Vonaloo holds on. Sunbelle Jazzy second. Anxious Moment third. Results of tonight's 10th race are now official. Returning to the winner's circle, number 5, Vonaloo. Vonaloo is a 3-year-old filly by Call Me Sir out of the Roman line mare Goose Line, owned by Crossland Stable of Lockport, Illinois, trained by Brian Pelling, driven to victory tonight by Jeff Tilden. Vonaloo paced a mile in 2:02 1 to establish a mark. The perfected combination, 5 and 6. Returns $53.20. $53.20 on the Perfecta 5-6. Trifecta 5, 6, and 1 returns $503.40. $503.40 on the Trifecta 5, 6, 1.
Gentlemen, horses are on the track for the 10th race, field of 8. There are no changes.
Nearing the start. They're off and pacing. That's No Can Lose away quickly from the outside, driving through between horses. Shannon Brooks, and down at the rail, Hallview Jade. They move into the first turn, and No Can Lose quickly up to lead it by 2. Shannon Brooks is second. On the outside, Dancer's Ideal came away third. It's Hallview Jade pacing at the rail in fourth. Moving up on the outside fifth, that's Tolkien. Papa Red is pacing sixth. Racing in seventh, there is Awesome Andy. In eighth is Fanny's Mark. And the distant trailer after a break, Hallview Jade. They move by the opening quarter in 29 2/5. Dancer's Ideal shows the way by 2. It is No Can Lose in second. Moving up on the outside, Tolkien is third. Racing down at the rail fourth is Shannon Brooks. Moving up to be fifth is Papa Red. On the move from sixth goes Fanny's Mark. Racing seventh, Hallview Jade. And it's Awesome Andy. And the trailer is Armbro's Son. The half went in 58 3, and they curve on to the back stretch. They still have to catch Dancer's Ideal. He's on top, 3 parts of a length. Tolkien continues to advance on the outside second. No Can Lose down at the rail, getting the perfect trip in third. Then it is Shannon Brooks, or make that Papa Red, hustling up on the outside fourth. Shannon Brooks is down at the rail fifth. Fanny's Mark on the move from sixth. Hallview Jade at the rail seventh. Awesome Andy is eighth. The distant trailer, Armbro's Son. A well-bunched field of 9 moving into the far turn. 3/4 in 1:28 2. Dancer's Ideal holding tough on the lead by a length and a half. Now No Can Lose comes out of the pocket second. Papa Red continues to gain in third. Shannon Brooks down at the rail fourth. They turn for home, and sweeping up on the outside, here comes No Can Lose to get the lead by 2. Dancer's Ideal is back to second. Shannon Brooks moves through between horses third. Papa Red fourth. Coming down to the wire, No Can Lose leads it by 3. On the outside, Hallview Jade, a late move second, but No Can Lose wins it by 2. Hallview Jade second. Shannon Brooks third. No Can Lose is owned by Arthur Levin, trained by Michelle Baumgart, driven to victory tonight by Neil Coleman. No Can Lose paced a mile in 1:58 3. Here's the rundown from tonight's 11th race at Balmoral. Top down, 2, 4, 3, 9, 6, 7, 1, 5, and 8 on the bottom. The Perfecta combination 7 and 1 returns $187.60. $187.60 on the Perfecta 7-1. We await the posting of the superfecta, the combination 7132. We await the posting of the price for the superfecta. $1,970.50 on the 7132 superfecta.